say games are played on the field and not on paper, and that's a good thing. Because if this one were played on paper, it might get ugly, but you never know what's going to happen. Welcome to the home of the Clemson Tigers, Death Valley in Clemson, South Carolina. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on the second-ranked team in the land, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. The Seminoles will kick it away to start us off. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Clemson's offense makes its way onto the field to open this game. Blowouts in rivalry games can be the result of a number of factors. Sometimes teams start pressing. Sometimes it just gets away. Sometimes they didn't have the right mindset. The last time they got together, lopsided. What happens this time, David?
But either way, last time affects this time because all you've heard about is we weren't even competitive. This is a rivalry game, a big-time game. We didn't show up. We dishonored our previous teams and squads, and we've got to do better. That's all they've heard coming into this game, Palmer.
Yeah, David, I think that was the story the last time these teams played. One team handled the emotion of the game better than the other team. You've got to be able to play within yourselves and play one snap at a time. That last game got away from the losing team. I don't expect that to happen today.
Dropping back, it's Klubnik. Snagged in the middle, it's Adams. They stop him at the 42, but they get it across midfield, pick up 10 and the first down. For a quarterback as highly touted as Cade Klubnik was, I think he would even tell you he started slowly, but man, the progression, the improvement has been exponential, Jesse.
It has, Reese, and he's played big in big games as of late. You think back to last year's ACC championship game, and then I would argue his game against Texas, even in the loss in the playoff, that might have been his best game of the season, making throw after throw. You can see why he was so highly recruited, and if he plays up to that standard week in, week out, Clemson's
open field on the touchdown, Tigers. A great catch and run for 6. They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game.
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So Florida State's offense has its first opportunity of the day. The matchup we'll be watching in this one really takes you back. Big-time running back going right into the face of a tackling machine at linebacker, David.
Yeah, and we're going to see this individual battle a lot. Not just in pass coverage when they match up, but just meeting in holes. And who's going to win when they go head-to-head? That will be a big factor in who wins this football game. Well, Jesse, one-on-one, this is going to be a show.
This is going to be an incredible matchup that's going to go on until there's zeros up on the clock. Both of these guys have circled this game on the calendar because they knew who they were going to be facing. And two guys we know are going to play at the next level. But I think this is probably one of the better individual matchups we're going to see all season long.
Brought down at the 33, but not before he gets 10. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. They'll keep it on the ground. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Got a man, it's Blackwell. Breaks into the open. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
Nice catch there. I'll tell you, the Seminole passing attack has come a long way over the years. When I was playing against them back in the day, they were in the I formation every single play. Maybe it was play action. Maybe it was a shot play to the perimeter of the field. Now, they've got guys running all different kinds of routes, playing at different tempos, lining up all over the field. This dude is a guy you just have to know where he is every single snap.
Looking for a man. It's Castellanos. Got his man quickly. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Fourth down, and this crowd trying to help this defense rise to the occasion. Going for it all. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a fourth down stop. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be second down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Brown. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Now on third down for this offense. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Brown. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Quarterback on the keeper. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. Let's take a second and talk about Clemson. They got a boost from their high school recruiting ranks, setting the table for the future, getting a verbal commitment from a 4-star linebacker.
Yeah, it's huge for this defense, not only because of his physical traits. This guy can run, he can cover, he can blitz the passer, but he's also a tremendous leader. This guy could be the alpha on this defense for years to come.
Looking to throw, it's Klubnik. Fires to the wideout. Caught over the middle, it's Brown. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has it on the doorstep. This Clemson offense moving quickly down the field. They'll try to blast their way in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tiger.
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. They put together a 65-yard drive for the score and close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. He'll bring it out. It's Blackwell. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. First play of the drive, wants to throw. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
That is an awesome play up front right there, crashing that play in the backfield. And it's funny, you think back to Clemson. Remember when Trevor Lawrence won a national title his true freshman year? It wasn't necessarily about Trevor Lawrence. They won that title because of their defensive dominance, especially on the D-line. That may have been the best D-line we've ever seen in college football. And I tell you, sometimes this dude looks like he could start on that D-line.
He's going for the big play. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. And the Seminoles will send out the punt unit. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. A fair catch is called for. It'll give them great field position. Clemson has their paws on it and they'll send out the offense. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going and now right back to work. Grabbed in the middle. It's Brown. We've seen this from this sophomore, so dangerous after he makes the grab. And that big gainer on the last one has him ready to go from inside the 10. A first down run in the red zone. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Caught in the backfield. It's Brown. And that one did not work. It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. Back to throw. It's Klubnik. Lets it fly. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted.
Well, everything was going so well for this team early here in this game, and now all of a sudden they get a critical mistake. And you know how college football, David, is about momentum. What is their defense going to be able to do here now when they take the field?
You're right, man. The momentum swings so fast, and now this defense's job is to go out and stop it, right? Like, we made a mistake, you huddle the guys up, sudden change, be aware they might take a shot down the field, but let's grab the momentum right back.
Back to pass. Unloads it left. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away. It's getting loud in here, and they may raise the dues on MK if they can stop him on 3rd down. He lobs one high down the left side. And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. After ripping off a big chunk of yardage, you figure they're going to go right back after him. 1st and 10 from the 31. Lets it fly deep downfield. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone.
Nothing going right for this team early in the first quarter here. The defense is getting gashed, and now you've thrown a pick. The head coach has got to get his team together and get everybody to calm down and settle in.
And this defense, they've got to do a big job here. Like, offense puts you in a bad spot. You haven't had some great moments, but this possession, we got to get a stop, got to stop the bleeding, and get the ball back to our offense.
And the Tigers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Motion from the wide receiver. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. And he'll move his way forward to the 1st down. They'll mark it at the 35. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw. It's Klubnik. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
This defensive coaching staff, they love their secondary, and they love the matchups they have. They believe they've got 5 guys at least back there that can cover one-on-one. You saw a great example of it there on 3rd down.
Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He was trying to get that return going. Instead, he'll hand it to his offense at the 38.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through.
And the quarterback couldn't withstand the heat, and he will go down as we played 1 quarter. While we're only through 1, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat line. Big turning point as we head into the 2nd and get this game rolling again. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. He's looking downfield to throw. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. And the Noles will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the punt hits at the 6, and they can't down it, and it'll be a touchback. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. A quick pass to the left. At the 35, he's got room. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down. This is the kind of performance, guys, that sort of etches your name in the lore of a rivalry.
And playing big in this big moment, on this big stage, it is so nice to have a playmaker like that you can highlight, that you can focus on, that you can trust in.
He was so excited coming into this game, too, because he knows that oftentimes your legacy as a player is defined by how you play in rivalry games like this.
And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Even if they don't convert, picking up a few would give them a decision to make on 4th down. It's 3rd and long from the 45. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Clemson will send the punt team out. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. He will not make a fair catch. Field the punt and bring it back. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. Here's the handoff. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. He'll pull it on the read. Quarterback got it himself. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense. There's nobody there taking...
There he goes. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a 1st down. The Noles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Right back to the well. Shows him the stiff arm. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. And the Seminoles with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Looking to pass. It's Castellanos. They'll run the screen. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the 1st down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. He'll keep it himself. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. The Seminoles can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. From the shotgun, the inside give. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. The give is to Williams. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
And I like the run there. The offense doesn't have to press. They've got some time still left before the half. And more importantly, they've got to cut into this lead. They're down a couple of scores. This would be enormous. The locker room will feel so different if they can punch this in for a touchdown before the half.
1st and goal and a touchdown here really gives them momentum. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Florida State. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Man, we've been anticipating this top 15 matchup all week. Let's show you how things are playing out. Iowa is currently trailing, but if this young star leads a comeback today, he could join former Heisman winner Niall Kinnick among the legends to wear that uniform. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Oregon. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this Big Ten battle.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Oh, he's got some space. And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact. After the big play to start, now they are on the move at their own 45. To the air, it's Klubnik. Grabs it in the middle. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
The defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get two bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The Tigers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. He'll keep it on the sneak. He just needed a yard on 3rd down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. And here comes the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And they'll let that one go, and it'll roll out of bounds. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense. To be physically pounded. The run is coming. You know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting a...
Trying to burn this defensive back. Down to 2 minutes to play in the half. The referee signal for the 2-minute timeout. Beneath the shadow of Howard's Rock, Death Valley is rocking, trying to help the Tigers on 3rd down. Shoots it to the left. Another incompletion on 3rd down. The Seminoles will try to pin them back with the punt. Oh, it's off the side of his foot. It'll go out of bounds. Depends on where they spot it, but looks as if it'll be around the 45. They'll get this drive started from their own 45-yard line. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Nice move there. Tackle is made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards and enough for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Back to pass, it's Klubnik. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Looking downfield on 1st down. Catch in the middle. It's Brown. Turning it on. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the 1st down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Now the offense tries to punch it in on 2nd and goal. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Touchdown, Tiger! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Man, that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas. Try to make this a 2-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the 2nd half to get some stops.
He'll bring it out. It's Webster. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the 1st half. Right down the middle. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on it to force the incompletion.
Never underestimate the power of moving forward and creating breathing room. He's up to the 17. Back to throw, it's Castellanos. Chunked it away just as he was hit. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the 1st half. That's going to wrap up the 1st half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that 1st half. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed He simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this second half.
The Tigers will kick it off to start the second half. Coming out with it, it's Webster. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This drive will open from the 15. Keeping it on the ground to open the second half. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. They've got him pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Unloads to the wideout. He put it out there for him, and this senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Catch in the middle, it's Robinson. He'll be brought down at about the 18-yard line, not enough to move the sticks. The Seminoles send out the punt unit. He'll make the fair catch at the 44, and they'll have terrific field position. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Got it in the middle, it's Brown. Brings into the open. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22. Clemson is quick to the line. He's now over 200 yards from scrimmage, joining the likes of Clemson legends Sammy Watkins and Mike Williams.
And when you think of those guys, you think of big plays. I mean, guys that can hit home runs immediately, and that's what he's doing. And when your name's mentioned with that kind of elite company, you talk about sticking your chest out, you talk about being a dude. Those are NFL players, and you're getting compared to those guys. That's a good day at the office.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Facing third and long from the 21 and hoping not to settle for a field goal. Looking downfield, it's Lutnick. Firing toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity. Now on fourth down, here comes the field goal team. And he'll envision the ball flight as he lines it up from the right hash and 38 yards out. Splits the uprights, it's good. And that will extend their lead even further.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting out there.
First play of this drive comes from the 27. He'll do it himself. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line. Now on second down. Using his legs, it's Webster. Found a little space, and he's got 4 to the 35.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now you're set up to fail.
They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
4th and 1, I think everybody in the stadium knew what was coming. It was going to be QB sneak, trying to get some push. Quarterback, see if you can find a crease, pick up the first, keep the drive alive.
And he's able to shed one tackle, but still just a very short gain.
Well, you got to love what you're seeing from this offense here on this drive so far, because 5 straight runs. They ran on first, second, third, and fourth down, and they just did it again. So right now,
he's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. He'll go down right there, but what a big play to come up with that turnover. Second interception of the day for the Seminoles. It's like they've run a secondary out there with Deion Sanders, Terrell Buckley, and Lee Corso.
And what does Deion say? Look good, feel good, play good, get paid good. These guys in the secondary making plays. This man might have made himself some money at the next level.
Got it set up on the outside. They'll give him a couple that leads to